To all you Demon Hunter bastards, I'm hoping you're having a great day. My name is FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video on Pika Combat, or better known as Wallet May Cry. The game that's trying to separate you from your cash and make your wallet cry. In today's video, I want to discuss a new character that will be showing up in the game, which is Count Thunder Vergil, and my thoughts about him. So let's get started. First and foremost, and I'll go ahead and talk about our dear Vergil. We had to go to a video, which I will give full credit to Nishu Sparta, because he had some pre-beta footage and everything out. So this is the best place I could find the footage at anyway. And in this footage here, we'll show Count Thunder. And I would totally recommend dropping this guy a complete like and everything, because complete, in all honesty, having this footage is amazing. So let's take a look real quick at some stuff. So this is Count fucking Vergil. Basically, a faster, more sexier Endless Judgment. And looking at the character and looking at everything, he does electrical damage, which, I mean, based on his name, Count Thunder, come on. I think this character legitimately will be really good. I don't know anything about his toolkit or his talent upgrades to know exactly what kind of damage or what kind of perspective. So I'm going to base this mainly that it's going to be basically an electrical version of Endless Judgement. The moveset is very fucking flashy, very fucking good. He does tremendous amount of damage, it seems like. So taking a look at this, like with the Paralysis and everything, I'm honestly going to have to go ahead and say I believe when this character comes out, that this character legitimately is going to be just as good, if not slightly better than Endless Judgement, Vergil. And I know there's some people that disagree with me on this, but let's take a look at something real quick, okay? We got this idea from the footage. This is his ult, which is basically Judgment Cut End. But there's a couple of things about this character which makes me go ahead and say, hey, this is going to be a better version of our current Endless Judgement Vergil. Now, on my live streams, there is several people who disagree with me, saying that, you know, on the Chinese servers, Endless Judgement is still the best version of Vergil and everything. And that might be true, but I'm going off of numbers. Now, when we take a look at a character, the first thing that we should always be taking a look at is two different things. We should be looking at the talents. So we should always be looking from our B rank of a character to where we're at right now, and as well as future wise all the way up to EX. This gives you an idea of mainly where the damage is coming out, where you should be building into. Now, we don't have this for Count Thunder right now. And if we do, and someone does have this, and you do have like Count Thunder, like you're on the Chinese server, or you have like a screenshot or video of you going through the talent list like this, I would love to see that personally. So please, if you do have that, let me know. But I can't base that information on this. I can't base the information on the skills because I don't see a skill tree for them. If someone has a skill tree where they could show me all these numbers for damage and everything else, that would be great. But so what do I have to go on to say that, you know, Count Thunder is going to be better than Endless Judgement Vergil? Well, let me explain what that's at. If we go here to our menu and we go to our exchange, we have several different exchange units here from co-op and all down. The one we're worried about is gems. If we go to runes, we have 4 sets of runes. These are character specific runes. This one right here, the Rune of Flaws right here, this is for Endless Judgement Vergil. As you can see, we have the unique effect of damage against bleeding targets right here by 12%. And we also have that of the increased damage of Endless Judgement cut by 12%. This is for Vergil. If we look at the Rune of Disaster, this is going to be for Monday when they reset the banners for Devilbringer Nero, because 12% for burning targets with 80% increasement to the damage of Devil Trigger for Devilbringer. Look at that shit. That's going to be a great fucking Rune to add. And Rune of Doom, this is for V, because it's called Eternal Nightmares, Nightmare in by 4%. So we're talking about count. This is the count. The Rune of Sin is for the count, is for basically our Count Thunder Vergil's character. And if you read this carefully, it increases the damage of the paralyzed targets by 12%. So kind of like the bleed effect with Endless Judgment Vergil, when you get him in a bleed state, you're able to go ahead and do more damage. But when we also get this for Count Thunder. Along with that, increase the damage of Count Thunder's Rapid Slash by 6% and Judgment Dance by 10%. So if we look at this carefully, and I base it on the runes, right? Oh, that's not what I want. We base it on the runes right here. We only get Judgment Cut ends. This is really good. This is really good still, don't get me wrong. And when you upgrade this, it gets up to 36%. But this is really good. This to me is better, because Rapid Slash gets a 6% increase in damage, and Judgment Dance is going to get a 10% increase. And this is going to also multiply upwards when we start leveling up the runes in the book and everything to get the runes up. So basing information on the idea, okay, damage against paralyzed targets by 12%. Okay, well, wait a second here. That's really good. Now, depending if his kit is similar to that of Endless Judgment Vergil's, that sounds really fucking good. Because the reason why I'm saying that is I'm pretty sure, since this right here, this Awakened Ebony Hell right here, I got right now is a universal hell weapon. This should be able to work. We can get increased 6 and increased 7. Now, grant you, with this weapon, it's not as great. I'm wondering if they're going to have an exclusive weapon for him, but in case they don't, for right now, Awakened Ebony would be the best choice for count. But what I'm looking at is going to be the cards. So if we go ahead and start looking at the cards right now. Now, I haven't put no upgrades into 70's cards, but he's going to be electric type. So we could start taking a look at our electric. If we got crit based electric in here, we got healing on kills in here. So the thing that I'm looking for, and I'm thinking in personally, is I'm going to be doing a different type of build with him, which is I'm going to be basing 2 cards that are going to be the Minotaur cards. I'm going to be trying to get his overall damage up there and probably the crit as well. But I'm also going to be looking at a support of Navan, because the Perilous Gauge efficiency, if this acts anything like it is for Vergil with the Bleed Gauge efficiency, we get this to 100%. We can be, paralyzing several different enemies and then doing nothing but constant damage. With an increasement of 6 and basically with the runes, what was it, 6 and 12%? And the right cards, I think base level, base level without any kind of upgrades, Endless Judgment Vergil sounds like it's still going to be a better character from everything I've heard so far. I haven't read anything but what I've heard so far, but mathematically and logistically, with the idea of a 12% with a paralyzed enemy, me doing 12% more damage, with Count Thunder's Rapid Slash having a 6% increase in damage, and Judgment Dance being at 10%, I got 2 abilities that's going to be heightened. And it's not saying that they have to be paralyzed either for the second part, because the effect is unique. Okay, just for this. It doesn't say anything. So we can actually probably take it as saying, the increased damage of Count Thunder's Rapid Slash by 6% and 10% just because we have the Rune. This is just its own section. All this together, it just makes it sound like that Count Thunder here is going to be a powerhouse for character. He's going to be a really great unit. I mean, just from looking at the character, from how it plays, it just looks really good. It looks really fancy, really fun. And watching this guy do the damage amount that he's doing right now with just his character, I can't tell you what kind of buffs or what kind of level the, you know, these enemies he's in. I don't know if he's playing as a level 60. I don't know if he's playing as a level 50 at this point in time, because I don't see anything up here that would justify where he might be at. But I'm looking at how much more damage he's doing when the character's procs paralyze. Like, it's almost instantaneously like he kills him. So this gives me, I'm going to say right now at this point, that I'm going to say that when Count Thunder's banner comes up and we're going to start looking to pull for him, that he's going to be a very worthwhile character to be going after. I don't see it any other way. I really don't. I think Count Thunder Vergil is going to be very much like a very big S tier on the tier list. This character in particular is going to be my personal take. When he comes in, him plus Endless Judgement Vergil, I think are going to be neck and neck. Endless Judgement Vergil's based on strictly crit and attack with his bleed procs, but with paralyzing, with the electric paralyzing attacks and everything else, and proccing that with damage, if his toolkit, if his talents under here showcase anything, and I'm hoping maybe in the next update they'll add him into the gallery. I'm hoping that Count Thunder will show up in here like when they do the next update Monday, so that way I could actually take a look using this to find out about the talents and to read. So I'm going to call it right now. I might be corrected later on in the future, but I'm going to say that Count Thunder is going to be a worthwhile character to get onto your unit list, that he's going to be a character that we need to pull, and that he is going to be just as good, if not a little bit better in terms of his kit than that of Endless Judgement Vergil. That's my thoughts. That's what I want to leave it at. Take it how you want, guys. But hey, this is just my opinion. Tell me what you think down below. If you think I'm right, if I'm wrong, whatever you want to do, man. I like making content like this. So, and if you do like this content and, you like what's going on with the channel and everything, consider giving it a subscription, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, leave a dislike, leave your criticism down below. But until next time, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.